The stick lift, as you can see on the controller, is located right over here, and that corresponds to the X button, which is right here. And in order to do a stick lift, you simply need to tap the X button, and your player will perform it when they're close by a player they're defending. And the main point that I would emphasize, unlike the other moves, you need to be close by to be able to actually do it. It's really good at deflecting shots and stopping players that are going to the goalie from even getting a shot off if you time it right. Key thing is timing. Now, if you're playing in the 5-player game, I have gotten called for slashing using this method, but it can be very effective, especially in 3s, at getting the job done. Next, we're going to talk about the poke check. And this is one of my favorite moves. As you can see right here on the controller scheme, the poke check is right there. That's the R1 button, just in case you can't see. And basically, you hit the R1 button, and the player will poke in with their stick. Now, the nice thing about NHL 3s is you can do it whenever you want, and you're not going to draw a penalty probably like 99% of the time. If you're playing in the actual game, however, try not to do it when you're behind a player or a player has you beat. Try to do it in front of a player when they're trying to make a move on you to take the puck from them. If you do it from behind, you're going to take a lot more penalties, or at least that has been my experience. So yes, the poke check can be very effective when used at the right time. However, I would recommend going into practice mode and just getting a feel for how it flows back and forth and what you can and cannot do with it. First off, let's talk about the body check and how you go about doing that. As you can see, we got a controller scheme in front of us, and if you'll notice, way on the bottom right-hand corner, there's this thing called the body check, and that involves the right analog stick. But how do you do it? Well, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to flick that analog stick. I believe it's up, like back, and then up as you're skating into a player. And you use that to knock them out or deliver a big hit. If you have a player close by, you can tap the R button, even if you're not controlling it, and the computer will do it for you, like that hit we just seen. Pretty sweet. Again, you want to get your timing down on this and do it effectively at the right time and stuff, and not take penalties. In 3s, you're not going to have a problem with that. My favorite time is to hit them down in the corner, like right there. The controller scheme may say L1 equals pass block, but you can also block shots and shut down lanes and stuff with this. It's a pretty effective tool. As you notice, the player is on one knee, and you can move the stick from side to side with the right analog stick, of course. Here's the actual example in real time. You can see block the lane, no shot there. Another example here, we're using the L1 to block the lane. If you time it right, it can be very effective, as with everything. Here's another drive right here. We use L1 and we block the shot. Let's talk about this triangle button right here and what it's used for. If you see the fine print right here, it says if you hold it down, you can do board play. I don't use that feature a lot myself. What I like to do is when I get my guy near the boards, I try to pass the puck out as fast as I can and get to transition. So the triangle feature is a feature they've had down below the boards for quite a few years. From my personal experience, it's more effective to just clear the puck as fast as you can and move on. All right, it is time for my last most important tip, and this is a point I cannot emphasize enough. I'm going to hit pause right here. This point is that you need to guard everyone. Here, I'm bringing this guy right here to double team and try to cross this guy off. Unfortunately, if you look in the background, this guy is wide open, heading to the net. Not good. Not good. In fact, if I don't get this guy hit and knock him out, very good chance he could get a pass off right here, and, pretty high percentage shot. It is. It's a high percentage shot right there. So, you want to make sure you have your guy defending who they're supposed to be at all times. A minor slope up, can lead to a goal. So in short, it's important to guard your guy and, try to shut down passing lanes if possible. Put as much pressure as you can. Don't overextend yourself. And you'll have a much better chance. Here's a passing lane right here. I happen to see it, pick it off. If you get good at that, you can create your own offense off from turnovers, but you got to see the stuff before it comes, and that's pretty much key. That's going to wrap this up. I am signing out. Thank you for watching, and good luck in your play.